Alright, folks, welcome back. Welcome to, this will be episode 7. What's Freckles doing? Let's go see Frex. Episode 7 of No Man's Land. This is our, kind of our survive, our last blast through No Man's Land. And, we need to get some bales off the field. So, a couple things that have happened. Let's go fill Freckles' bowl. There we go. Go feed the dog. Football. Oh. Okay. Right. Frex is just giving her. So, what happened here? Okay. I fast forwarded time a little bit. Basically, what I did is the only thing I did off camera, I had to go to a birthday dinner last night. But when I got off work, I had a little bit of time just kind of waiting and getting ready because it takes me zero time to get ready to go to dinner and it takes other people time. Just kidding. So, what I did is let's go. I'm gonna try and do this. Try and do like little recaps in each episode because I do stuff off camera. But it's usually like I always try and do stuff that's like not that like sweet, if you will. So what I did off camera is I basically finished clearing all the trees. Now there's obviously some of these little trees, and that's just kind of what I left. Is I left the little ones just because I was sick of clearing trees. I probably could have took this one out, maybe even this one, but nah, maybe not that one. Whatever. Roughly, here's our property line. Yeah, maybe this one could have came out too, but I tried to clear up to our property line, and just kind of squeeze the last bit of kind of cash that we're gonna have, at, like at our disposal out of this place, and then what I did is I fast forwarded in time. We were at like the end of June, and what I did is I kind of fast forwarded through July and August. I slept and then, paid all our taxes and stuff. It actually doesn't cost us too much with leasing costs to run each month. But the reason I did that is because I wanted to get into planting, and basically we're at the point where really all that we're going to be able to plant if we want to do some farming this year is going to be wheat or barley. And it doesn't really matter which one we do. I'm thinking we'll do, we could do barley. It doesn't really matter. And we'll bale the straw off the barley. And then in the springtime, we'll do something else. I haven't really decided what else. Like I was kind of thinking maybe sorghum because if we did like wheat, let's say we do barley. We can harvest in June. If we plant sorghum in the spring, we can harvest that in like August, and then we would be able to do barley again, or we could even maybe do some canola. The only other thing that I'm toying with is, I mean, this would be a sweet tractor to get. We don't really need that yet. Don't really need that. Well, well, I don't know. Thing I never really looked at was these old silos. Nah, we can fill from there. Okay, we don't need that. This would be sweet to have. But this planter came up and 15 grand, like that's pretty cheap for a planter. It'll do 6 meters wide. I don't know. That's when I started thinking maybe we could do soybeans or something like that, or even corn if we wanted. So we're gonna have a harvester. It'd be pretty easy to get corn headers. I don't really know if I want to do potatoes or anything just because the equipment's so expensive to harvest it. Same with cotton. But soybeans could be a good one. I don't know. I'll kind of think about that as we're clearing the bales off this field. But that's well, let's turn down the speed here. That's where we're at. The only Yeah, I think that's really all that changed. I hauled all the logs off. I just fast forwarded time a little bit so that we could get to this point of, I mean, this grass has grown again since I did that. I guess we technically could cut that again. But we're kind of running out of time, and if we want to do some farming, or at least get planted, I'm thinking my plan is going to be to get these bales off this field. Where's my other tractor? At the store. I don't know what I was going to get up here. This is just so cheap. I think we're going to get this. I really do, because it'll seed and it'll fertilize at the same time, which is handy. It's 15 grand. 16,000. My only thought. Oh yeah, I was gonna repair this thing. That's what I was gonna do. Get her nice and repaired. I think I'm just gonna wait. Here's what I'm toying with as well. Is okay, it's like all fun and games. We'll get everything planted. But then what are we doing for the what are we gonna do for the winter, right? Because I've already cleared out all the trees. We're gonna need something to do. Why it wouldn't let me get the vehicle there? Oh, I know why. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do for the winter. So I was kind of thinking that what we could do is sell some of the bales. Um, you know what? Let's take a little stop here while we're here. Let's hop out. Let's get back in flight mode, because one thing I have been doing, and I just haven't really showed you guys. This town has grown massively. And so let's go take a look at a few things. The used equipment dealership is still giving her. Some really rich dude, who we don't know yet, has moved in, built a huge house out here with a basketball court, a grass basketball court, little sus, no big deal, and a huge shop. They've built a community building. They got a hotel here. This is a new company that moved into town. This is a landscaping company. And I talked to the guy briefly, very briefly, when I was at the fuel pumps one day. Right as they were getting stuff trucked in here. Let's just drop down a little bit. Let me go back up. But they want to do some serious landscaping and some clearing up in this area. Right up by our farm a little bit here. I think what the plan is they're going to be putting in some sort of a quarry here. I think that is the plan. So that means our neighbors are going to be nice and noisy. Which is fine. Which is fine. We can expand somewhere else. Yeah, this is a big landscaping company that has moved in. Landscaping and a bit of carpentry is what they say. They'll kind of do kind of like a massive they said they're gonna start building shops, but their main thing right now is they've got some equipment out here and they're gonna do landscaping. What else do we got over here? We got a little supermarket. This is a little garden stop, and then just a little sweet store. I'm sure the boys from the hotel come over here at night and maybe snack up. Now we're gonna come back to the fuel station because I want to talk about that. They've got a new carpenter building set in here, and then back in this area, they've built a big new sawmill. We've got, I believe this is the oil. Let's just drop down here. Alright, let's go like this. I can't remember which one is. Yeah. So this is the oil mill. My mistake. This is just a general mill. And we've got the big biogas plant that has went in, which I don't really know what that's going to mean for our... This is like... Let me just see. Yeah, this is a big 500 kilowatt one, so I think this little one might end up shutting down. I don't know. They haven't shut it down yet, but I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. Now that the sawmill's in, I think the grain mill, which is right there, I got a feeling this one's going to shut down. But I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. The final thing, though, is I was talking to this guy at the fuel station, and he said these red ones, these little red units, they're starting to bring in, and they're portable units. It's just a slip tank. They're not like the big ones that he has here. And he says he'll truck them out to our place. If what I'd have to do is I have to get an account here and exclusively buy fuel from him, which is pretty easy because I do anyways. But they can truck these out to our place, and then they can just have trucks that come back each month or every 2 months whenever we're out of fuel, and fuel us back up. So I kind of want to do that. We just kind of had roughly talked about it when I was out here fueling up one day. I don't exactly know how much that would cost and blah, 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 blah. But could be good. It could be good. Now, another thing though that we have, I kind of go back to the winter. What I was thinking is, do I just save a bunch of money and try and get another plot of land? My thoughts were to get 35. Originally, I talked about maybe getting 27. 35 has like really big, nice open area here, and another big, nice open area here. This is just like a hill, which doesn't really matter, but I could clear all these trees off in the winter and save us some good money. And then it might be enough for us to kind of buy 36 and start getting this whole little area dialed in, potentially. The other thing, because that would give us something to do in the winter, we could do this logging in the winter and get prepped for next spring. So then right in like February, we could just cut some big fields in here, get ready to plant. And then we're set. And we could kind of leave a lot back here just doing grass and silage. So that's an option. They had talked about 43. 43 in this kind of 44. The owner of the plant here. Why is our time all mixed up here? Somehow that was set on 30. Let's go like this. Set this back to that. There. Just get that set so we're not working in the dark. So I was talking to the owner of this used equipment dealership. His name is Roger. Roger's kind of a beauty. Now, I think, never really said, but I think it's one of Roger's family members that built this fancy house over there. Never really said, but what he was talking about, because this guy owns a bunch of the land. He owns 43, 44, 53, 54. And what he wants to do is he wants to get all these trees cleared off. And he was talking, he said that he heard I cleared a lot of trees off my land, which we did. And he's like, would you be interested in doing some more logging? And I was like, well, not really. I mean, like, I'd rather just farm. But there's an option where I could contract to him and we could get some trees off. And that could be something that we work on this winter. We kind of, I don't really know. He kind of originally talked that we would split it 60-40, where he'd get 60% of the trees that we pull off there, and we would get 40. Now, that's like not a bad deal, I guess. It's better than nothing. It is his land and all his trees, but it would be our time, right? Like, it'd be our time. It's our equipment. It would be our fuel. Sorry, just having a little drink of coffee there while we're in the tractor. We got one more little sip here. Coffee was pretty good. Flat roads. I want to bump and spill my coffee. Okay, she's back in the cup holder. Let's go in the cab. I don't really do much cab stuff. We'll try and do some more when we're cruising around. And so that's a potential option as well, as we could go clear some trees for him. But out here, like, this is 35. Lots of flight mode this time. So we could do a big field in here, really big field in there, and then we could do another really big field right in here, really big field right in there. Potentially, I don't know, or you know, we just get this land and we just kind of work our way over here. We just kind of build our Bermuda Triangle around our Bermuda Pond. Because we could get 27. We still have all these trees to clear. There's this pile of trees that we need to get cleared, which really isn't that much. Little bits here around there. This isn't too bad. The other thing the guy at the lands company said he could do is he said he could come and flatten this out for us if we need down the road. I said, well, yeah, that'd be awesome, but bet you that ain't cheap. Alright, let's get back to the farm. Let's go load up these bales. What I'm thinking, that's what I was kind of thinking, is like I should almost sell some of these bales and then potentially pick up some more land that we could log. What's Freckles doing? Let's just get there. Oh, we actually need to go over here. What kind of view is that? Oh, just a little zoomed in. So that's my thoughts. I don't know. I'm still kind of toying with it. I don't know if we should spend the money on that planter, which I'm kind of thinking we should. 15 grand, that's pretty cheap. But it all depends what we're going to try and do. We kind of want to stick to... I guess we don't have to stick to something. I don't know. I'll think about that planter as we get these bales off this field. And we can kind of go from there. I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably put a little time lapse in here. Me just getting these bales off quick. And then we can start plowing. And maybe... yeah, I think we'll plow and maybe get that field limed. At least get set up. And then maybe I'll mow back here again. It's just like free money sitting back here. I want to get as many of these silage bales stacked as possible because if our best time to sell them... where's our silage prices? Did I miss it? There we go. It's going to be in January. So I want to have as many stacked and ready to go in January as I almost possibly can. Because originally I was going to cut a big field in back here. But since we're so late in the year, like it's already September, basically the only thing we can plant right now is wheat or barley. And I think if we just get the main field out front of the house, get it dialed up, get some wheat and or barley. I'm kind of thinking maybe barley. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at all. Get that in there. Leave this out back for grass just for now, and then at least that's something we can do through October and November. It's just cut and bale some grass, let those bales ferment, and then it's raining right now. I'm hoping with all this rain it starts to grow this this dead area in here. That'd be pretty nice. Because then we could cut and bale this as well. I mean, we could cut and bale it now, but you know what I mean. Get some good grass off it. And yeah, at least make us some more money. And then we always do have the option that we can buy that land next to us. 85 grand. We also gotta pay back this bank loan at some point. There we go, we're full. Okay, I'm just gonna jump into a little bit of a time lapse here, and we'll come back and we'll start plowing some fields once this is all cleared off. I'm gonna need, you know what I kinda gonna need is, well, hit a button there, is a decent flat deck trailer. That's kind of what I want to get, is a good flat deck trailer. If something like that comes through the store, that'd be good. Okay. We've got a limed field. Unbelievable. Now I kind of set this up, although I got 10% left in there. You know, like, I honestly don't even know if I've ever done this before. I think what I should do... It's kind of weird that it didn't get this spot over here. I don't know. I think I'm just going to burn this up on this field because we got to put fertilizer in this bad boy. That's just going to have to go in there next. So there we go. So basically one hopper will do this field. We could make this field... We could even make this field a little bit wider, and maybe that's what we'll do. And that will make it so that when we lime it, it's like one hopper. It's like 3,000 liters, and then you're limed. Because then that way it empties that thing out, and we can put fertilizer in it. Can you just have fertilizer and lime in it at the same time? Okay, let's go look at our field. Let's turn down our speed here. That's a darn good field right there. That is a darn good field right there. All right. Let's put that away. I think it's time, guys. I think it's time. Okay. Well, that planter's gone. That makes the decision for us right there. That tractor's still there looking us in the eye, but we definitely don't need it. We just want it. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do, now that we've got that limed, I think I'm actually going to... I might cut that field again out back, and then yeah, I think I might... We're gonna need a set of rollers, and I think I got... I guess we don't really need rollers, but we can get a decent set. Those are 14. They'll do up to 9 meters wide, which should be a couple passes down our field. What are these? These are 9.5 for 20. Wait a sec. Those are 17, and they'll do 8.2. We'll get some fenders on there for 500 bucks. What? Traffic kit? No, we don't got to worry about that. We don't even need any fenders. We'll just let the roost fly. So those are 20. Yeah, might as well just get these. But we could just lease these. That's not that big of a deal. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put a little cut in there. I'm gonna run up to the store. I'll pick up a set of rollers, and then, because that didn't look like the field stones were too bad in there. I'll get a set of rollers for us, and then we'll be good to go. After we seed, we'll be able to roll that down and really get cooking. I actually think that's what... I think we'll just call that for an episode right now. I'll run up to the store. We'll get that... I'll get a set of rollers. We'll get her set. I might cut that back field before I'm done for the day. I gotta go for my run here soon, so I don't have too much time, but it doesn't really take that long to cut that field. So maybe I'll get a set of rollers. I'll get some seed in the ground. And that way once we come back, I'll probably sleep till it says till we're in October, and then I'll start looking for a flat deck trailer. I'll see what I can do. Don't know for sure. And I'll think about what we're gonna do with cutting down trees. Maybe we'll do some logging for Roger. Like I said, he said 60-40. I'm thinking it should be 50-50, but we'll see. We'll talk to him, see if that's what we want to do. If we feel like going logging for him for the winter, or maybe we'll just buy some of our own land, do some grass work, and just wait for spring. But okay, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you for coming to watch. Like always, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Any comment below. Okay, I'll leave you with a quote. Here's a movie quote. You guys hit it up in the comment sections, and I don't want no one cheating on this. If you figure this out, if you actually figure this one out, I'm gonna be pretty impressed. The quote goes, "I'm not a lady. I'm a U.S. Marshal." What movie's that from? That's a deep cut. 2000s right there. Let me know. Okay, guys. Thanks again for watching. This is Ultra Farmer. I am out. I'm going to go talk to the lady over here who's got the sus book. Smokey's black book. Ma'am, who is Smokey? Alright, I'm going to talk to her and get to the bottom of this. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys episode 8. We have a field plowed. We're ready to go. We are actually farming here. Okay. Take care, guys. See you next time.